And here we go, and already we're noticing a little bit of interesting little development here. If we look at the tanks of Simple Tankers, we've got 2 T-32s in the mix, 2 T-32s, a couple T-69s, and 1 1390. And also interesting, it's reflected on the Cazadores side. 2 T-32s, 2 5100s, and that single 1390. So Randall, what do you make of this?
Yeah, these T-32s are a very cool choice because of their amazing hull-down capabilities. So I think that's what both of these teams are going to play for. I believe I've seen this kind of a lineup, though. Did Simple Tankers run this T-32s? Because I recognize the position they're taking with J-Smooth and Z-Slayer here. From Cazadores' side, I don't think they brought T-32s last time, so this is definitely a switch-up for them. They are going to be trying to play this map differently, and they are. This layout is very new to me. I've never seen a team quite lay out like this in this map. This is very new. I wonder how it's going to go.
J-Smooth, Z-Slayer, Battle Buddies for life. What's up, Kev?
You know, Ben, even though we might not see airfield all that often, I do feel that the majority of the time, whenever we do see airfield, it's specifically picked by one team.
Daddy.
Yeah, that's awesome camouflage. I do feel that the team that often goes for airfield also wins on airfield. Now, of course, you could say that this is true about most of the maps, because, like, why would you pick a map that you're not good on? But I feel certainly at airfield this happens very often, and most of the time it's actually decisive victories as well. So curious to see what Cazadores has in store for us. Even though so far it's nothing super crazy yet, but I'm pretty sure that they're gonna surprise us.
I am excited and hopeful as well, as the two teams are both continuing to just maneuver and jockey and try to take up some sort of a position. It looks like all the Simple Tankers really care to do is control the grinder, control that central part of the map, Randall.
Yeah, that is exactly what they're going for. This whole setup is centered around that exact concept, that the attack will come through the grinder and nowhere else. They are, excuse me.
They are on Twitter, apparently.
Yeah,
chatting up their fangirls.
That Windows button, man. So they are expecting that kind of a push on through. And it looks like Junior and Taro are going to begin moving up. So some kind of flank going to be coming out here in a second. Maybe that's at least what I'm hoping to see out of Simple Tankers, if they've spotted a few tanks out in the south.
We're following Pop Whisperer right now, and I have to admit, guys, I'm a little bit sad to see that he's kind of demoted to the T1. Of course, not a real demotion, as I'm probably pretty sure he knows what he's doing. But in the previous game, I really liked how active he was with the WZ-132, and actually thought he was the most fun player to follow on the Simple Tankers. And of course, in the T1, despite still having a very, very important role, he's not going to be able to make too much happening.
How important is it that this T1 doesn't have camo?
A little bit, and that's going to be about a meter or two of difference when it comes to spotting.
Oh, we've got some serious action right now. Simple Tankers pushing forward with their entire Tier 8 squad. That's all 5 of the big dogs pushing forward, and Cazadores is not even going to try to challenge that aggression. They're going to give up all that high ground, and I think that might be a bit of a mistake, because once you control the middle of the map, you can kind of dictate the pace. No Panza, or no Pazana.
No bueno.
Yeah, that's no buena, as Cazadores loses one of their T1 scouts to...
but he did get a great scout off right before he died. He saw all those tanks moving up. At the same time, we see some movement
little
around
T1
the
action on the blue flag on the Simple Tankers side of the map.
Is it the Pop Whisperer? Yes, it is. No, actually, that's not T1 action, man. That's Logos in his AMX 3090. So he's engaging on the Pop Whisperer. That's
like,
not
leave
a very
me alone.
far.
This isn't fair.
And this also is going to put some pressure on Simple Tankers. They're going to have to do something about Logos.
Boom. That's
Logos took his time. Logos is going to be
mismatch.
He's going to have to start cap right now, so we can see immediately the Simple Tankers are forced to retreat. Now, of course, Logos has to be careful as well that he doesn't get cut off from his friends. At the same time, perhaps in the middle of the map, the T-32s are a little bit exposed right now. This is going crazy.
In the midst of the retreat, the Simple Tankers need to focus. T-69s are on their way back, but on the other side, we can see those T-32s. It was going to be a T-32 versus T-32 face-off of sorts, as both sides trying very hard not to expose a flank or give up any sort of free damage. If we look at the health bars, it's almost even still. I think Kufo, or maybe it's Fatty Gaddy, the only one who's taken a single shot of damage.
Same time, one of the T1s did get picked off. Hey guys, what's up? And we can see that right now they are going to chase on Logos. Logos is basically caught in between pretty much everything, Ben. 3 tanks are chasing him and he's driving straight into the other tanks. There's a big fight right now in the middle of the map with those T-32s. Everything's going crazy. Yeah, full-on engagement right now in the middle of the map, in the grinder. How typical.
Yep. Well, great plays there by Logos coming up and picking
behind.
off, who's that? Was that Z-Slayer that he managed to catch on? At the same time, Jay Smooth is way out of position.
Wow,
The T-32s
Logos.
are just a little bit too slow and not able to be quite as reactive, and Cazadores capitalizing on that. Here comes Tarho and Junior and the T-69s, but I don't know what they expect to achieve here as Tarho gets tracked and he's going to get blasted down. Now it's only Junior, 1v6, 1v5, and as great of a T-69 tanker as Junior is, I don't think that's a fight he's going to win.
That was such a great game by the Cazadores. That was so well done by Logos. We talked about him before the series. He drove 3 tanks out of position, somehow managed to get out of there in life. Of course, big shout out to the T1 Cottingham that pulled some attention away from Logos as well and allowed him to escape. At the same time, we still see that final remaining the 30-90 cruising around of Kill Panic, but of course there's no way they're going to turn this one around. The T-69 of Junior is going to fall, and eventually Kill Panic in his 30-90 will fall as well. But wow, I cannot believe that Logos got out of there alive. I cannot believe they were able to engage the way they were, and everything was just a little late for the Simple Tankers. Everything was not able to connect at the same time. While Cazadores, the moment Logos was back, they were ready for a big brawl.
Junior in full retreat. The helicopter cam caught him as he got picked off there right at the end of it by Cess, and Cazadores picks up a map over the Simple Tankers, and all of a sudden we got a 1-0 lead for our Latin American hopefuls.
Time to roll out.
Time to roll out, Kev, as we take a look at the tanks, and we can see an all too familiar sight of 5100 domination on the Cazadores side, whereas the Simple Tankers have preferred to take more T-69s. And
I love how Logos and CES-28 just always roll out with the IS-3 and Himmelsdorf. There's just no game that I've seen of the Cazadores where Logo and CES are not rolling together as battle bodies in those IS-3s.
Also interesting, both teams look like they want to have some sort of a presence on the hill, so we will see some sort of conflict once they get up to the top here.
Not just some sort of presence, man. It seems like a pretty big commitment to me. What are we going to see, Randall? Are we going to see fireworks like the 4th of July?
I think you might be calling it here for me. If we see a cool hill fight, I mean, that could be great. But if Cazadores doesn't go up to the hill and they hang back, they could just lose a T1. And from there, Simple Tankers just takes that advantage and is able to abuse the rest of the map, especially if they spot Cazadores hiding in A0.
Now, Simple Tankers is very resolute in their decision to take the hill, whereas Cazadores are more just controlling that space at the bottom of the hill. And I suppose they're waiting to get some kind of a spot off so that we can, so they can make a decision and play reactively. As of yet, no spots. Although Pub Whisperer should be seen here, as he is seen. Oh my goodness!
That reaction time.
Snapshot.
And that's why I like him in a serious tank, Ben.
Down goes No Pazana.
No bueno.
And Cazadores, immediately we can see them reacting to the spot of that 5100, pulling one more of their tier 8 heavies over to the base of the hill, but also reacting are the Simple Tankers immediately giving up their hill control.
But once more, man, Pop Whisperer just seems like a pretty exciting tanker to follow in general. He's really not afraid to not be in the front line. He's always there, he's always on the move, he's always active. And the moment he sees an opportunity, he just grabs it immediately, jumped on it. And picking off a T1, okay, it's not the end of the world for the Cazadores, but still, that is such a lovely start for Simple Tankers.
Yep, it's just a tier 1 Cunningham. So they're not going to lose any real fighting strength, but they do lose that vision. They lose that ability to spot. You know, you might even argue that in a competitive match of World of Tanks, you get 2 free tries to spot the other guy. So now Simple Tankers has essentially taken away one of Cazadores' chances, and now Cazadores is going to have to be a little bit more intelligent and a little bit more picky about where they send their T1.
What are you seeing, Randall?
I'm seeing, I see Andaris in a T1 actually is attempting to proxy spot, and now actually he's going to move way up in the banana, which looks like I'm expecting to see Simple Tankers kind of follow him up. And as soon as they regroup, because Z-Slayer and Junior are way ahead of the other 5100s. Pub Whisperer, of course, first there, but Ruthven and Zakume lagging way behind. Yep, once they're grouped up, here begins the push.
That's a very happy little T1 Cunningham. And Darius takes a lot of damage.
And he's still pushing forward, though. He wants to see what he can possibly see.
He says, look at me, I'm over here. Although it looks like Cazadores has stuck one of their tier 8s at the back of the banana, so they should be able to get a spot on Simple Tankers as they, yep, there it is, lighting everybody up.
Kufo it is?
Yep, so that's great spotting by Kufo, and he's going to immediately reposition, realizing that the push is coming, and Cazadores is now able to react to this.
I'm very curious to see how this is going to unfold, but it seems like Cazadores is sort of ready. Of course, they have a little less vision, but they do perhaps have some sort of an advantage. We see one of the other T1s, Jay Smooth that is, he should fall immediately. He's getting 3 shots off on the AMX 5100 and dealing damage.
Manages to do a couple of points worth of damage, and critically also takes away a couple of clips out of that autoloader. So that's going to give Simple Tankers that much more of an advantage when the big fight does finally happen. Here comes Cess. Wanting to poke around the corner, maybe take a shot at Ruthven Carlisle.
What's happening over there, man? That seems like a pretty big flank from the Cazadores.
But the Cazadores are coming straight in, and Pub Whisperer isn't going to be there in time.
Kufo.
Oh, you don't want to be so careful, and that's great patience by Kufo, but he does still take 200 points of damage. Got a big shot off on Junior. Junior did return fire, but that was not an equivalent exchange.
And now Pub Whisperer on the flank is putting out damage.
He's wailing away for free on Logos, and he's actually able to pick him off there as well. He might be able to get a few shots off on Cez, or he empties his clip, so he's just going to back off. Great play once more by Pub Whisperer.
Still making things happen. Excellently done out of that Simple Tanker. It looks like the tier lead does go to Simple Tankers. It's 40 to 33, though, so that is not enough for victory. They're going to want to pick off one more T1 to shore up their advantage. Cazadores still on the move.
T1, of course, is not going to reveal himself.
As
5 minutes to go, though, so there is a lot of time still for something for Simple Tankers to make something happen. And they got a lot of full HP tanks as well. For instance, Ruthven in his IS-3.
Yes, sir. And not only that, that IS-3, as we can see, he's already absorbed a couple of shots. He's doing a great job being a damage sponge for his teammates. Big hole in the side of his armor.
Always looks pretty as an IS-3 went to battle. Some battle scars, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, he's going to try to pick up a couple more as he is going to lead this charge down the D line. And immediately, we've got some pretty good spots here. Thief going to launch a couple shots. Oh, great bounce! Did the 5100 just bounce a shot? Is that what I saw?
No, he missed it. He shot it on the on
okay, okay. So Thief is minus 500 hit points, so it looks like he was actually taking a couple hits. Simple Tankers is going to initiate cap, and this is going to force some more movement out of the Cazadores.
I like the positioning from Zakume a lot because he's still able to flank those guys, and the Cazadores know as well. They have to worry about the IS-3. At the same time, they're going to have to worry about their flag.
30 seconds left to get into position, and of course they are able to respond in some capacity. Simple Tankers look so strong here on Himmelsdorf so far.
This is excellent positioning. The way that they're playing this out is fantastic. Pub Whisperer is going to leave the flag, though. So it's going to be perhaps a real 4-on-4 fight. The Slayer seems like he's going to swing around. Might be able to get some free shots off on Kufo.
A couple of big misses there as Cess is going to try to pile some damage onto Ruthven Carlisle. Meanwhile, we've got Z-Slayer and Kufo trading blows on the other side of the map, and Z-Slayer looks like he's going to get the better of this. Or is he clipped?
I think he's clipped.
He's out of ammo if Kufo can still shoot. Z-Slayer's got to run away. Kufo is going to come around that corner and fire. Oh, but Z-Slayer with 100 hit points is going to get over the ridge.
Well, he dodges more like very well done.
Great driving by Z-Slayer once again. He's going to duck around a corner, and who went down there at the end of it? I think it was Kufo. Junior picked off Kufo, so great reinforcement there from Junior as the Simple Tankers continue to pile on the pressure. It's 2 versus 1 here.
Simple Tankers played this out so well, but all of them took a lot of damage, but none of them went down. Now we can see Ruthven chasing down Thief, as he has the most HP on his IS-3, who's actually the only remaining tier 8 tank in the game. Very, very well played by Simple Tankers. Just everything from start to finish.
And Thief will not be around for long. He's trying to wiggle with it. Stop and wiggle with it. Yeah, but he's going to go down. And the Simple Tankers are going to tie it all up at 1 each with an excellent, beautifully executed strategy there on Himmelsdorf. And here we go once again. We're going to take a quick look at the tanks for everybody watching from home. A couple of T-69s. on the side of the Cazadores. The rest are 1390s. This is something we're all too familiar with for Cazadores. They pull this tank lineup out all the time on Abbey. On the Simple Tanker side, however, it's 5100s, a Pershing, and that T-69. So this is becoming more and more common. I'm not sure what I think about this, but the Pershing rears its head again.
Every now and then we see complete mirror matchups in these battles, and this is a complete opposite, I would almost say. We can see the entire team from the Simple Tankers pretty much over here on the west side, no, on the east side, sorry. There we go, guys.
And interestingly enough, the Cazadores are positioned in such a way that they're going to see this push coming. Not before, oh, there's a huge spot. I don't know who got that spot, but the entire team of Simple Tankers has been lit up. That's a lot of light bulbs going off. Sixth Sense just ablazing. So they're going to, this is a weird push down this eastern front. Meanwhile, Cazadores is going to counter cap. At the speed at which that's moved, that's got to be a 1390 on the other side of the map. So we're going to have two guys pushing the cap for the... Oh, man, I don't know if Simple Tankers is going to be able to defend this cap.
They are turning around to try and get back right now, and Kill Panic has gone over, so it's going to take him less time to get back as he... did he track himself? No, he just took a little while to get on over.
Well, they've got a minute and a half to get into position. Only one Cazadores player on flag right now. Now there's the second one. 45 seconds remaining.
Logos is sitting on the flag.
Already we've had Cazadores abandon this strategy. So the cap is not going to be.
Zakum in his TD1 actually did some damage on Logos. Logos took a big shot over there from someone. I'm not sure who it was.
That would have to be either Junior or Pub Whisperer. Ooh, Junior takes a huge hit as he falls down the hill. Not the smartest driving right there, and he's gotten himself a little bit
stuck, but he will wiggle free. And
once more, though, you know what happens when you're chasing Logos. We saw it on the airfield. Back then, it was sort of a trap. And now once more, we see the entire team sort of chasing Logos. I must say, shout out to the T1 by Zakum, though, who was in a pretty tricky position as Logos was heading into his direction, but he survived and even got some great shots of as well. And he knows where Logos went, plus minus. So a great T1 Cunningham play over there by
whatever
Zakum.
The plan of Simple Tankers was, it has completely changed. They've brought everybody back and set up a hard camp around their flag. Cazadores having to reimagine their strategy as well. A couple of guys up on that high ground looking down, or looking over, I should say, at the Simple Tankers. As
gets spotted.
Yeah, that's a good spot
by... Take a few hits here. Pub Whisperer's going to come around on him. Ooh, he's going to go down, I expect, here.
Yeah, but there's Logos as well, so there's Logos and Fatigati who are going to try to prevent either of those tanks falling down, but they're taking so much damage.
Man, Pub
Whisperer with a great shot right now.
Actually, two misses a shot.
Yeah, but...
And finally does manage to scare Logos away. Might have one. Whoa, great shot there at the end by Pub Whisperer. I think that's the last one in his clip.
Zakum wants to get Logos.
Zakum getting crazy. Logos, I think, wants to get Zakum. But he's going to have to deal with a charging Pub Whisperer. Angry 5100 bearing down on him.
Wait, does he have one more shot?
No way.
Maybe.
Well, you could potentially ram him as
well. No, he doesn't. He's just posturing right now. He just wants Logos to
Zakum! And Zakum does avoid the fatal fire as J-Smooth and the Pershing.
That's 2 tier 8s down for the Cazadores, and I have to say that was sort of useless for them to be out there so far in with absolutely zero backup from the rest of the team, as that was across the map, and they already took some damage. That was really a moment where, all right, Logos, you guys tried what you want to do, but now you have to back up. You have to regroup. There was no need to stick around over there. Once more, great scouting by the T1, who basically gave the go-ahead to the Pub Whisperer, and he's like, hey, a couple of low HP turning 90s over here, go for it.
Cazadores is now in a little bit of trouble, Kev. As you're pointing out, they've got 3 tier 8s left against the 5-strong tier 8 lineup of Simple Tankers. It's 41 tier points to 25. Simple Tankers does not really have to do anything.
Well, they can just sit at their own flag and wait for Cazadores to bring it at them.
Yeah, but why would you do that when you could just bring it home? Just take them all, man, and just
leave one tier 8 behind.
No, it looks like J-Smooth is going to push up this 3-line, or push down this 3-line, I should say. And in a cruel twist of fate, the Cazadores are moving north along that same path, so we will see another confrontation here momentarily.
Man, I must say, Pub Whisperer has been really playing a great series. Every single battle, in my opinion, he's been playing great.
Yep.
Even in the map there was a draw, even in the one they lost, he's just been such an active player all around. And the only
here goes Thief.
Well, he was a T1 in the map they lost, but ever since he's been a serious tank, he's just been playing fantastic.
He's going to have a chance to show more great plays right here, as he does have a shot on Thieve, and he's going to take a little bit of damage, but oh, actually a lot of bit of damage, as he takes 2 volleys from a T69, and he's going to have to back off that aggression a little bit. Kufo trying to flank, but he's going to run into kill panic. And that's an unfortunate turn of events there for Kufo, trading a couple of shots with kill panic. Ultimately, who's going to win it? We'll never know. It's gonna be Z-Slayer.
Yeah, it's gonna be kill panic with a little bit of assistance from his vital body.
Yep. Junior actually the one to pick up that kill. I'm not sure where that shot came from. J Smooth gonna take a little bit of damage, but that Pershing picks up one more big kill.
No, that was Thieve kills Cess.
No, yes. Thieve with the friendly fire.
Thieve,
I'll never let him take you alive, battle buddy.
Cess simped Thieve right there. He walked in front of a shot and took it.
Well, that means that
wouldn't have really made a difference.
That means that J Smooth should get the lucky medal, which is unfortunately not available in training rooms.
The entire team picked up 1 kill. That's pretty solid teamwork over here by the Simple Tankers.
Superman not living up to his name this time, as Cazadores are in quite a bit of trouble. There's a single T1 Cunningham left alive. It's Jonah. He looks like he might be thinking about going for a swim.
Bob Whisperer gets a big plus for me, man, for his play so far throughout this entire match. I think he's been... Oh! Well, alright. I'm glad that wasn't Connor. Just jumped off a hill and died. Doesn't matter.
Why is Pub Whisperer dead again, Kev? Hit points. He ran out of them.
He just pulled a Junior right there and just decided I'd jump off a cliff.
I think kill panic, yeah. Oh well. And of course it doesn't truly matter. They will be more than fine.
Simple Tanker's going to park their whole lineup right on the flag, and victory is certain, as it'll only take a few seconds to count down that cap. That means Simple Tankers is going to be leading 2-1 as we move into battle number 5. It'll be a must-win battle 5 for Cazadores. If they do win, we'll move on into overtime, sudden death overtime.
You know, the biggest difference, in my opinion, so far between the two teams has been if one of the tanks of Cazadores takes damage, they still let them be the front tanks. While at Simple Tankers, you see all the time, all 5 of their tanks will take some damage. If 2 tanks end up taking damage first, they're gonna go in the back line, and other tanks will take damage. You will always see all 5 tanks, well, not always, but most of the time, you see all 5 tanks, while this T1 is, of course, going to fall, take damage before one of the other tanks fall, while Cazadores often just keeps their low HP tanks in the front lines, and they will lose tanks while their other tanks are still full on HP. And this just shows, in my opinion, that Simple Tankers is communicating
Jonah
a little better.
outplays Zakum, so in the battle for honor,
but
it's
J-Smooth avenges him.
It's a Cazadores victory, but in the battle for the map, it's a Simple Tankers victory as they go up 2-1. And here we go. A couple of T-32s coming out for Cazadores, a 1390, a WZ-132, and a T-69. This is not exactly what we've seen from them in the past, but it is quite similar.
Interesting lineup on mine.
T-69s and 1390s coming out for Simple Tankers, all about firepower for those boys. Let's see how it all plays out. Those T-32s hanging back right now for the Cazadores, sitting on the flag. And I wonder why in the world they're doing that.
I think the first engagement we're going to see in the left bottom of the map from the island.
Oh, J-Smooth's taking fire out here in the water. He's going to go down. Logos.
Wow.
Making big hits right there. I have no idea where Logos is, though. Poor little T1 J-Smooth, though, did get caught out. Not standing much of a chance right there.
Lots of pinging going down right now on the minimap near the lighthouse. I'm pretty sure that Enderis is going to try to get some shots off, but he's also worried that he's going to be lit up. So he wants to make sure that if he gets a shot off, it's going to be a safe one.
Finally getting some movement out of those T-32s as the Cazadores are deciding that it is time to assert themselves. Now, they have parked these T-32s on that little corner at C4 often. And we just saw a ping right on C4. And I feel like Simple Tankers might be aware of this this tendency out of the Cazadores. We'll see exactly how they choose to react to that and what they are going to do. And Darius right now with a great vision on the lighthouse, whereas the rest of Simple Tankers kind of fanning out around the middle of the map to try and maintain some hill control.
Yeah, exactly. I think that ping probably went out because of a destroyed car or a downed hill. Ooh, Enderis getting the spot, and he's going to take hits.
But Thief is actually taking a lot of damage. He's all the way down to 451 HP. Wow, he's taking a lot of shots over there from, I believe, Junior as well.
Yeah, I know Enderis was putting fire out, but in the backfield, Kill Panic might have had shots as well. He did take a few hits. I don't think Enderis quite put out that much damage.
Might have been Kill Panic. I think Kill Panic and Junior took out more damage than Enderis. He was just spotting.
Yeah. Although I did see Enderis fire right at the end. He probably wanted to maintain that camo. You don't want to spoil your spot, but of course he probably was spotted right after that final shot. So.
Either way, Thief certainly having his hit point pool reduced so much is going to be much less useful in a big brawl should it come to that. T-32s continue to push forward. This time I think it's Junior who will probably find himself in position to contend with them. Jonah and Cess rocking the T-32s this time around. Looks like they don't want to push around this corner just yet.
Well, when they do, they're going to find Junior first. Behind him, about, I'd say 150 meters is Z-Slayer, and another 100 is Pub Whisperer. So those shots, along with Kill Panic, probably be able to get some shots here. Not looking good for these guys. Kufo takes a huge hit right there.
Kufo took a huge shot, and we also heard those T-32s firing off their responses, and those T-32s not able to connect at all.
I love how Junior didn't even turn his turret for Kufos. He's like, you know what, I know my battle body's got that side covered. I'll keep looking at the lighthouse, keep seeing if I can light up Thief a little further. And I believe he was even able to land one more shot, or at least he tried to land a shot. I really love that.
What's he at? I think you're looking at the... no, you're not. I think it's Andre looking over at...
Enderis has spotted Logos, and Logos is getting lit up a little bit. Junior looking on, just waiting for the opportunity to land a shot. Enderis, realizing that he's getting pushed on, is just going to reposition a little bit. It's hard for Logos to push up that spot. Enderis is in a far superior position. Junior, though, might be taking shots as well, as Kufo is going to poke down on him from that high ground on the hill.
With Kill Panic should have vision on that. I'm going to follow Enderis for a little long, because I think Logos is going to try to make something happen, but I strongly advise against that.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a very smart move. The kind of exposure that he'd have from doing that would make it so Kill Panic and Enderis have shots, whereas it's just him. I mean, he would not come out on top. No way.
Meanwhile, Pop Whisperer was taking a little bit of damage from the heel. Kufo landing a couple of shots from his WZ-132. So now the entire team of Simple Tankers, or well, not the entire team, but everyone gets lit up a little bit by bit. But we shouldn't forget that Thief and Logos took some big damage. So they're still in an HP advantage.
Yeah, substantial HP advantage for Simple Tankers, as two of the tier 8s of Cazadores are maybe two shots left. Junior does take a big chunk of damage, though. He's just dropped down to 400 hit points, as I believe this T-32 popped out and took a piece out of him. Oh, Junior down to 200 hit points. Junior, he goes down. Junior goes down to a big shot from Jonah in the T-32. Those are big plays, and that's going to prompt a big reaction out of Simple Tankers. We see two light tanks pushing on Logos, and Logos taking more damage. That's Enderis leading that charge. Logos will go down. Yes, he does, but not before Enderis takes a ton of damage, down to just 300 hit points.
Steve
on the high ground. Can he connect? It looks like the answer to that one is going to be no. J-Smooth also going down in the exchange. Man, Enderis is in an awful position.
Yep. And at the same time, Cess was taking a little bit of damage, but of course he has a ton of HP on his T-32. This is starting to get a really interesting game right now. We still got 4 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock, and Cazadores is being Cazadores. They're moving forward, man.
Tier points virtually equal right now, as neither team is in a winning position yet. More shots. Kill Panic somehow bouncing shots in that 1390. I don't know how in the world that's possible. Cess down to just 560 hit points in his T-32.
T1's duking it out on the right side of the map. One of the T1s for Cazadores did go down. Rufin goes down now as well, because Kufo was shooting him from the high ground. At the same time, Kufo is taking so much damage, and Kufo is going to fall.
Oh, that's huge! And that means Simple Tankers now with a 7-point tier advantage. They can pick up one more of those T1s.
And they know where he is. The Slayer knows that no Panana is on the right side of that house. He could potentially go for it, but he wants to play it safe. 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go.
On the other side of the map, Enderis spotted out once again. Thief trying to push forward. Kill Panic is the one taking shots. He's down to 300 hit points. Thief doing a great job of firing off, and he's going to pick up another kill now. 24-25 the score, as there is no return fire on Thief.
Thief fell as well.
Oh, he does fall. Yes. Who picked up Thief? Some from no man's land.
Maybe
Thief
it's
gets
Slayer
picked off
from downtown. I don't know.
He's over in H4, H5 right now, and that shot, clean.
Now, critically, No Pazana's initiating cap. I don't know what the hell he's thinking. If he dies, Cazadores is in a losing position. Now he's waving his arms saying, look at me, look at me.
But Pub Whisperer is going to expose himself in order to stop this cap, which means that T-32s from the mid will have shots on him.
Pub Whisperer does take a shot, but he's now in position to kill this T1, and that's going to be an 8-point advantage for Simple Tankers. No Pazana has no escape possible. He's going to just get run over. And there it is, 8-point lead. No, 16-point lead for the Simple Tankers, who've all of a sudden picked up another one of the T-32s in the middle of the map due to some slick shooting from Z-Slayer. Z-Slayer sitting behind this rock has been a hero this game. Jonah, the last man standing for Cazadores, the last hope that they have. He has a lot of health, guys. He has a lot of health, and if he gets 2 kills, he needs maybe 3 shots to do it.
All of those guys are quite low on HP. This is a T-32 after all, but you look at the minimap, this is a beautiful engagement. I think what we are going to see, even though they don't even have to engage, but look at this. This is a triangle surround over here by the Simple Tankers. This couldn't have been done any more methodical. At the same time, Jonah's gonna release a shot on the Slayer, but he misses.
He gets ammo racked as well, which means his reload time is absolutely crushed. Which
Can
is
he
gonna,
repair?
Can he? I don't know. I don't know if he's burned his kit yet or not. But either way, it's going to make it very difficult for him to contend with this 2-pronged aggression as Pub Whisperer pushing hard. He's going to drop down to 600 hit points. 400 hit points remain, and down goes the last man standing for the Cazadores. Simple Tankers is going to clean it up, taking mines and locking down their 3-1 victory. What phenomenal play from Simple Tankers. You know, they looked a little bit sloppy at points. But at the end of the day, Himmelsdorf and Mines was just a showcase of excellent teamwork.
I certainly really liked Mines as well. That was just an excellent performance by the entire team. Everyone was positioned very well. They always landed more shots than they took. And I do feel that like Logos is a great and fantastic tanker to watch, and he's really exciting. I do feel that he overextends quite often though and puts Cazadores in a difficult position.
Yeah. So Simple Tankers with that win, Kev, they go up to 3-1 in the league. They haven't stamped their ticket yet, but they are very close to that trip to Las Vegas. So excellent play out of Simple Tankers. I hope that you guys are as excited as we are for the finals, which is going to be in Vegas. Coming out, it's free admission to the event. Just got to be in the big city. Check out this little promo we got for the grand final.
Are you ready? Welcome to the Wargaming.net League North America World of Tanks. Oh my God! It is time for North America to answer the call of esports. This could be it. 5 seconds left to go. They got it at the last second. An amazing play. This is just a taste of what's to come. He's trying to turn it around. Big shots going down all over the